Like a beautiful day out there.
I think so.
Clear skies. Well, his name is Mike Pearl, and if you don't know his byline, you've probably been watching too much TV. He's the dean of New York court reporters with 112,993 bylines to date, most of them in the New York Post. So a few nights ago, his colleagues in the news business, Bill and I included, celebrated Mike Pearl's 40th anniversary in newspapers with a big bash at the Lion's Head.
Mike Pearl. Yeah.
For 40 years, Mike Pearl has been working the phones, schmoozing with sources, surrounded by what others call his wall of shame. The New York Post headlines of the trials this king of courthouse reporters has covered. One of his favorites, Nightmare at Hot Sheets Hotel. Another, she was nice to me and then I kicked her off the roof. Colleagues often tease Pearl about his creativity with the facts.
The truth is very rare, so I use it sparingly.
In November of 1952, Pearl began his career at the Mirror. When that paper folded in '63, Pearl landed on his feet at the Journal American, but then it merged to become the World Journal Tribune, which lasted only 8 months. You're not personally responsible for the deaths of 3 newspapers, are you?
Some people think I am, but I happen to be at the scene of the crime each time, but I don't feel responsible. This doesn't mean I'm irresponsible.
At crowded press conferences at the Manhattan DA's office, Mike Pearl was always the one to ask about the color of the victim's hair. Pearl and tabloids together tending toward blondes. So it was only fitting that Robert Morgenthau gave this present to Mike on his 40th anniversary.
90% of the defendants or the girlfriends of defendants have been blondes. It's really a pretty interesting statistic.
That way. Yeah.
Later, at a packed party at the Lion's Head in the Village, everyone had a Mike Pearl story to tell.
He said, you know, this job you have, sex crimes and those investigations, I guess you don't have much of a social life. It must scare a lot of men away. And I didn't comment much about it because I didn't think it was appropriate. And the next day, there was a big Post story, not about the case, but entitled, "The Legal Miss Who Misses Kisses."
Mike Pearl is special because after 40 years on the job, he still has the get up and go of me. You know, I'm 33 years younger than him, and he has more enthusiasm than I do.
TV reporter Bob O'Brien had been saving the men's room doorknob from the old courthouse press room for 7 years to present it to Mike at his 40th anniversary party.
That's really it, Mike, I swear. Put your hand on there. You know that feel.
And now that he's got the doorknob, how much longer will Pearl keep working?
If my next big trial isn't bigger than my last big trial, then I'll punch out too. But so far, what I'm doing now is more exciting than what I was doing yesterday, so I'm going to stick around for a while.
Let's hope he's around for a long, long time. One last note. Pearl's first writing assignment ever at the Mirror on November 4th, 1952, was to take the food order for other reporters on election night. And legend has it, he got the order right.
Yeah, and I understand he's responsible for giving the Mayflower Madam her nickname and also for calling the Chambers trial the Preppy murder case. You know, when you look at those covers of the New York Post and the Daily News and Newsday, several years ago I actually was interviewing Andy Warhol and somehow got him in to tell me that every day of his life when he woke up, he would buy a Daily News and a New York Post, take the cover off, and put them in a trunk. Because he felt that that was just such a reflection of the city's culture.
It's interesting, and Mike is such a great guy. Well, now on to movies, I guess?
Yeah, why not? Turning from news to the cinema, Jeffrey